everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to anyone who's not seen any of my videos before. Normally I sit here at my desk and I just talk about life and running, and today's video is a training update. I did a video about 4 or so weeks ago. I'm leading up to the Bedford Half Marathon, which is now 2 weeks and 2 days away. As you know, I'm a personal trainer and I don't work the normal 9 to 5. So my days, sometimes I have days off during the week, and a couple of weeks ago, James and I, my boyfriend, he's a chef as well, so again, doesn't have normal working hours. We had the day off together and he surprised me for the day. So we went out for a nice run in the morning, went up to Bowbrick Hill Woods, and then we went out for a surprise for the day. I didn't know what we were doing. We headed down to London, and yeah, so the first part of the video is our day out, and then I'll come back and I'll talk through how my training's been the last few weeks. So I hope you enjoy this first segment, and I'll see you all in a little while.
Okay.
That's your seatbelt, by the way.
Where you been?
It is lovely to see
What have you been doing?
Easy 5k.
This is me interviewing you for your YouTube channel. Tell me about your run today.
So I went up to Bowbrick Hill Woods, did 5k, easy run.
How did it go?
Good.
Was that your first experience of trail running up the woods?
It was. No compression sleeves.
English summertime.
So we're back, and at the moment we are in training. So my plan was a 7-week plan. We're now in week 5, almost at the end with 2 weeks to go. And I just thought I'd give everyone a bit of an update on how I've been getting on with my training. So let's just start from the beginning. So the first 3 weeks of my training were really good. Now I had quite a few tough sessions in there. What else have I been up to? So I went down to London, I think that was in week 1, and I went to an event which was hosted by Gift Gaff Money, and it was an obstacle course around Shoreditch Park. As soon as I got there, I arrived first, which is another first for me. I'm always notoriously either straight on time or late. So yes, I got there first, and so I got given number 1, my bib number, which was fantastic. And then I saw there was a podium and there was like money prizes on the podium, so I thought, oh great. And it was for charity, obviously not for me. And I thought, right, what I'll try and do is I'll try and do well in the race, thinking that I'd get the money to try for a charity. So went out, did the race, and there was one guy in front of me actually, and unfortunately there was the obstacle, he came off of it funny on I think lap 2. I didn't see it happen, but I sort of caught up with him, and bless him, he'd like come off of the obstacle and he'd done I think either his shoulder or his collarbone in. So I did ask him if he was alright, and he's like yeah, just go on. So managed to come and actually won, which was awesome. And then found out that actually the money wasn't for winning. They had this inflatable, they had like a rodeo ball, but it was a pig, and basically you had to ride the pig to try and win the money. I came second, which was great, and I managed to get £500, and then I donated that to the MK Hospital charity. Actually saying that, I've got my little thing here, so that's great. £500 for the Money Fit Challenge, which was amazing. So yeah, that was really good. That was in week 1. Then I've had some double run days, which has been a new thing to me. So going out for a run in the morning and then also going out for a run in the evening. And the whole idea behind it is to have tired legs and just to sort of run on heavy legs basically, and just try and get your body used to it. I've done a lot more sort of recovery runs, and I've now sort of really realised the importance of recovery runs. I've done sort of like speed sessions or longer runs, and then the next day I had sort of a half an hour easy or 40 minutes run or 4 miles or something like that, and actually you can really sort of feel how it gets rid of all the lactic acid and sort of prepares you for the next day. So what James has always said to me in terms of my coaching is that you should always stick to the training session that's prescribed, as that session will carry you through to the next session. So each session has a purpose. So some days, you know, even if the plan has said half an hour and I felt good and I wanted to do more, I've stuck to it and kept to it. So yeah, the speed sessions as well have been quite tough, some of them I must admit, but one of them, I'm just going to open the window, it's so warm in here. So yeah, one of my favourite speed sessions was 111. Basically, I'm gonna call it 111, and you should all try and do this yourself. Actually, I think it's a really good one. So you go for 1 mile just at a steady pace, just to get yourself warmed up. Mile 2, you then go all out, so just push yourself as fast and as hard as you can, and then obviously then the last mile is a cool down. I did this session quite a few weeks back actually, and it was quite funny. I've got a nice 5k loop round my estate, and it sort of goes past my parents' house, and I was literally finishing off the all-out mile and ran past my dad. He was walking their dog, so I was yeah, I was like like trying to get my breath back, like wait there. Yeah, that was quite a funny one, and he obviously didn't know what I was doing. I was just charging past him and managed to do 6:23 that I was really happy with. And then did the same session I think a couple of weeks ago now, maybe not last week, the week before. I managed a 6-minute mile, well 6:03, so really happy with that. Absolutely buzzing, but also it gives me the opportunity now to try and get under 6 minutes. If you were to say that to me, I've said this quite a lot, if you were to say that to me a few months ago, that I'd be running a 6-minute mile, I'd be like, go away, no way, that's not happening. But obviously with a good training plan, I've been progressing well. It works, it happens, you know, you stick to your training plan and you get the results. So I've had some really good weeks, the first few weeks of training, and then week 4 struck. And a few people will know this, but I was really good on the Monday. I had clients, I had a class, I was in such a good mood. I was like literally on top of the world. I had such a good day for a Monday. You know, like, you know you're in the right job when you actually like Mondays. And then Tuesday came around and I went into the studio, I had clients, and it was an early morning. I wasn't feeling myself, and I just thought, oh, I just might be tired today, it's just one of those days. And then tried to go out. I had a speed session and it just all went to pot. Now, some of my speed sessions have been really hard and tough, and obviously that's the purpose of them, but they felt hard, but afterwards you get that good feeling. This one was awful. I've not had a run like it, I don't think ever. So it was a warm-up mile, and then I had to do 4 lots of 1 miles at 10k pace. I did the first mile, well, I did the first mile warm up, and then I did the first mile just a few seconds under what I was aiming for, which is great, but it hurt, and rep 1 shouldn't really hurt that much. Went to go and try the next one, and after about 160 meters I stopped, then tried again, and the same, about another 160 meters, and no, it just wasn't happening. It was pouring down rain, I stood under an underpass, I tried to compose myself. I was standing there for, must have been about, what, like 10 minutes. I was in there thinking in my head, like, you know, let people down, you're a coach, you're a PT, come on, you can do this, you're just being stupid. Literally talking to myself in the rain. So then finished that mile, and again it was the same pace as what the previous one was, which is good, but yeah, it hurt again. Tried for rep 3, no chance, weren't happening. So then I had to try and take myself home. I was 3 miles out from home because I'd done a 6-mile route in my head, so it was a run walk home, and it was awful. Turned out a few hours later I had a sickness bug, so that wiped me out, knocked my confidence. I then a couple of days later went out for a recovery run, ended up being sort of about 6.5 miles, and it felt hard. It was tough. I was obviously dehydrated and obviously probably still trying to recover, so my confidence was gone. It was kaput. And then at the weekend, didn't tell many people because I didn't want the pressure, but ended up doing the Draycott Water 10k. Again, still I felt on the start line, I was in a negative mindset, and I was like, this is going to be hard, it's going to be a challenge, and it was hard, it was tough. One of the toughest 10Ks that I've done, but I managed to PB. I couldn't believe it, but I did 42:29, which is incredible. It's just weird, I just don't feel like it's me that's actually running these times, and I came 3rd lady, which was amazing, but it was really tough. I think the sickness bug was still sort of like, I was wiped of energy, but at the end of the day I can't take that away from a PB and a really good time. So I am happy with that. Obviously the training plan's paying off. This week I felt 100% better, back to myself, back to the studio, training with clients, which is good, and I've had a good week. And today I went out and did another run. The aim was to do 8 miles in 1 hour, and I did it, and I ran at 7:24 pace, so super happy about that. Just put my confidence back there again, with 2 weeks to go. I've now got 2 rest days, which I'm really excited about, and yesterday I had a really good session with Rudy Chaplin at the treatment lab. I tried to get regular sports massage just to keep everything ticking over. He's fantastic, so if you do want to go and see him, then do check him out because he is brilliant. So yeah, feel so much better today. I did have some shin pain yesterday, but actually it's a lot better today after my physio session, and now I've got 2 days rest. And now sort of I'm heading into sort of the taper phase of my plan, which is good. So I think once this week's out of the way, I've got 2 more sessions on Sunday, so I've got another double run day, and once that's out of the way, it's sort of more tapering up to Bedford. So that's where we are with training. I must admit it's gone quite well. My body, I can tell though that it's coming up to a point where it's ready for rest, because I haven't really given myself any time off since January. I went straight into the training for London Marathon, then went straight into the summer speed series doing all the 10Ks, and then I've also been working up to Bedford. But after that I've got a holiday, I've got a break, and I'm looking forward to some time off. So just fingers crossed the next few weeks go to plan, as they say, as my per training plan, and that on the day I get the result that I want. If I don't, it's not the end of the world. Well, it kind of is. Yeah, I'll be disappointed if I don't achieve a time that I'd like to, but hopefully the training will pay off. So I'm going to be positive. You know, I've put in all the hard work and the effort up till now, so I've got to keep that going, and obviously push myself on race day. Essentially, if you're out there and you're wanting to go for a new PB and a new time, then you've got to be prepared. You've got to be prepared to push yourself, because it's not going to be easy, and some of these runs I really have found difficult, I found tough, but you know, it's a good feeling afterwards, and this is the point of them. So it's one of the fundamental things I think that has been such a important factor in this is having a training plan, because I've got the training plan, I've been sticking to it, I've been factoring it in around my days. You know, I've had to get up really early on some days, I've had to squeeze stuff in, so you know, I'm taking bags here left, right and centre. So if I'm in the studio and then I've got a gap and I need to fit in a run, I've been doing the run between clients. You know, if you want something, you've got to make it work. So having that training plan has been a real important part of that. My legs obviously have felt very fatigued after a lot of these sessions, but the core and strength work that I've done, sort of the foundation that I've been able to build earlier on in the year, has been such a key part in keeping my legs ticking over. Sort of my core and glute strength has really helped me on some of these runs, and I think just the rest and recovery that I've been doing as well. I've been making sure a lot of my runs, my rest days have sort of been back to back, which has been good. So giving myself, it's the mind and the body sense, given time off. So that's been another really key part of it, and just trying to look after myself, because obviously I did get very unwell last week, and it sort of made me realise that some days I do need to slow things down. I try and fit too much in. I am a fidget bum, I can't sit down, but it is really important just to, you know, rest, relax, switch off for a few hours, which I do find really hard to do. But I'm really happy with how this training segment's gone, and just looking forward to not getting the race over and done with, but looking forward to see how it goes. I know there's a lot of people from Red Way Runners doing it as well, so it'll be a good turnout from the club, and just hope that it will be a good day and a good event, and it will lead quite nicely onto my holiday. So once again, thank you for watching. I hope I haven't gone on for too long in this this part of the video, but yes, if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, please do. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And then please get into contact if you've got any questions about core strength. I run core classes in Milton Keynes. I also run a fitness class on a Monday, which works on leg strength, core strength, and toning and conditioning. And also I'm now offering running training plans. So if that's something you're interested in, then please get in contact, send me an email, and yeah, happy to help out where I can. Hopefully see you all in the next one. I have got a video coming later on in this week, a bit of a sort of day in the life as a PT, and also a couples come dine with me, as James and I hosted a dinner party this week. So that will be coming later, and obviously the next one will be, probably I'll do another video on Bedford Half and how I get on. So let's see how it all pans out. But thanks again, and see you all very soon.